Welcome to another review from Easy Cinematic Escape on YouTube. I just finished watching the film Nobody. It is 10:40 p.m. Friday, March 26, 2021. The film Nobody stars Bob Odenkirk, Raza, Christopher Lloyd, and anyone who's familiar with Bob Odenkirk knows and would recognize his name and face from Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, where he plays Saul Goodman, the corrupt, sleazy lawyer who launders money from Walter White, and Christopher Lloyd, who is everybody should be familiar with from Back to the Future, who framed Roger Rabbit, Dennis the Menace, a Piranha. He is such an iconic and memorable actor that you recognize him instantly. You see his name or you see his face in the film. Nobody is one of those type of stories that is very similar to John Wick in terms of the tone, the action, and the mysterious backstory of the characters. And it really just gives off this true John Wick scenario that, again, I don't want to go into any type of spoilers. It's simply because I want everybody to go into this film completely blind. Nobody stars Bob Odenkirk. He plays this character, Hutch Mansell, who lives this mundane existence, who is constantly going through the same routine of his life over and over and over again. Going to work, working out, running. Well, running is part of his workout routine, doing pull-ups. He's not particularly close to his wife. His wife is ignoring him. He's not particularly close to his son. His son is ignoring him. The only type of good relationship that he has within the confines of his family is a relationship that he has with his father and his little girl. And that existence is interrupted by these petty robbers who break into his house, and he has a chance to take them out, but he doesn't do it. And it was at that moment where his daughter experiences a simple disappointment when she can't find her kitty bracelet. And it's through that, at that moment, where he realizes that he has to do something. And that's when all chaos breaks loose. And it's a type of film that I do believe that everybody at some point or another can relate to on an emotional and personal level. Mainly as we've all at some point or another have experienced a moment in life where somebody has said something or did something to us, and we want to get back at them. Whether it's through a verbal insult or whether it's through physicality, we want to get back at them till we can make them feel exactly how they made us feel. And I do believe that is the mere pinpoint of this film, is that it's highly relatable while at the same time managing to implement an over-the-top scenario where it's far-fetched, but at the same time, as I mentioned, it's highly relatable. And once that moment hits, once he decides that he's going to take matters into his own hands, all bets are off. And that is where Bob Odenkirk shines. I mean, this is his vehicle. This is the vehicle where I do believe I believe he has been destined for greatness, because he absolutely steals the show. I mean, he branches out from his comfort zone as being this simple, I don't want to say simple-minded, but he plays this good-natured, sleazy, or has a moral compass of a corrupt lawyer with Better Call Saul and even Breaking Bad. And he's just this mysterious nobody who just, for all intents and purposes, goes out of his way to really make his statements known. And that's what I absolutely loved this film. It did everything that I possibly wanted to do as far as providing that pure escapism that I've always enjoyed when it comes to cinema in general. And as I mentioned, it's very similar to John Wick as far as the action is concerned, the tone, the certain antagonists, and the overall side characters that are part of it. And it really just screams, as I mentioned, John Wick. I mean, it's from the makers of John Wick, and I know I say that a lot, and you really do see the similarities as you watch this film. And I can only hope, again, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself or for anyone else for that matter. This is strictly my opinion. This is what I'm hoping. I sincerely hope that there is some form of a shared universe that's going to happen, because it's there. I mean, the potential for that merging of these specific characters is there, and I sincerely hope that they find a way to do it, because I would be there in a heartbeat. This film was absolutely phenomenal. I mean, the action sequences was just brilliant. Bob Odenkirk's performance, as I mentioned, steals the show. I mean, everything that you could possibly want from cinema is right there for the taking and enjoyment. And as I was watching it, there was this audience member that was behind me, and it gets to one of those moments where it's perfectly balanced with the humor. And I overheard her say, "Oh my God, I love this movie so much." When you have an audience member that passionately reacts with sincerity of this nature, I believe you've accomplished what you wanted to do. And Nobody does it brilliantly. And what I really also, when I mentioned John Wick, we've all become familiar with the action sequences of John Wick and how before, you had a lot of directors who bought into the gimmick of the shaky cam, the quick edits, in order to cover up mistakes, to give that sensation that we are experiencing the fisticuffs or the gun violence or the explosions from the character's perspective. This film, like John Wick, brings the camera back and allows the audience to once again be able to see what's going on with the gunfighting, with the fisticuffs, with the blood and the violence. Just brilliant. I love old school traditional action filmmaking where you could focus on what's going on and still be taken away, and that is brilliant. I mean, this is the type of film that I grew up watching when I was a kid. It's over the top, it's cheesy, and it does everything that you could possibly embrace. And I recommend this film 100%. I texted a friend of mine afterwards. I said, "You and your wife need to watch Nobody immediately. No questions asked. Just do it." And I fully mean that with the bottom of my heart. Everybody needs to watch this film. It's not for children. It's a lot of violence. It's a lot of profanity. But you need to watch this film because it is absolutely brilliant from beginning to end. I was sold the second that this film started. As a minor spoiler, but once you begin to see the mundane existence that Hutch Mansell is a part of, that just is sold it for me from beginning to end. Everything about this film is pure gold. And it also includes one of the greatest utilizations of Pat Benatar's iconic classic song, Heartbreaker. Just adrenaline-fueled, great comedy, great action, great acting, and also cool ambiguity Easter eggs that's placed here and there regarding his past without giving too much details away. And I sincerely hope that it is a success for Bob Odenkirk. That way he could get a sequel out of this film and maybe a shared universe, because he deserves it and this film deserves it. The storyline is there. The potential's there. I fully loved it. I will watch it again. I will buy it on DVD. That is my review of Nobody. Seriously, go watch it. You will not be disappointed. I give it a 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5, 2 thumbs up. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. And that is my review of Nobody. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You'll be hearing from me again. I'm assuming that my next review is going to be Godzilla vs. King Kong, and after that is going to be Mortal Kombat. That is released on April 16th. Either way, hope you enjoyed my review of Nobody, and take care, and peace out.